Greetings. All right, we are talking about promotion. All right, we defined it in 8.1 pretty well. We talked about that there's different stages in the product life cycle. Introduction 8.2, growth was 8.3, maturity 8.4, and in decline 8.5, unfortunately. We talked about there being our promotional purposes, six of them: building awareness, creating interest, providing information, stimulate demand, differentiate the product, and reinforce the brand. And you can go back and watch each one of those at the stages to get a little bit more in depth about those. In the previous video, we talked about that we need to look at our competition sometimes and see what's going on. Okay, what are they doing and how are they doing their advertising? We have to really make sure we understand our budget, how much money we have. We can't spend money we don't have. We talked a lot about understanding who we're trying to get it out to and it being our message. We got to understand that there's different cultures and they have different things. That's part of our target market. Understanding where our product's at, I think that might be a little bit more of our life cycle kind of thing. Maybe how much information we have to put out there and where we're at. Okay. So when we talk about this, our promotion, we talk about there being a promotional mix. It's important to understand that in a business we use more than one method of promotion. We don't put all of our eggs in one basket. The specific combination or blend of marketing communication, so how we're going to talk about it, communication channels that a business uses to send its message to customers is known as the promotional mix. There are 5 different types of channels that make up the mix. Right? Advertising, sales promotion, direct marketing, personal selling, PR, and sponsorship. We're going to talk about each of those in a little bit more depth. This one, we're going to talk about advertising. All right. So this mode of promotion is usually paid with little or no personal message. We are paying for what we're doing. That's the big thing that I want you to take away from advertising. It costs. All right. Mass media, such as television, radio, or newspaper and magazine, is most often the carrier of these messages. All right. That's where we're going to see a lot of it because that's where a lot of it goes through. All right. You can probably add social media to the list. So, apart from these, billboards, posters, webpage, brochures, direct mail also fall in the same category. All right. These are all forms of paid advertising. While this method has traditionally been one sided, advertisement over new media, such as the internet, social media, may allow for quick feedback. Exactly. I can start to get information back from my advertising to see if it's working and get information back from my customers. So, historically, there were 3 big types of advertising. All right. This has changed a lot over the last 20 years. But the big 3, and this is kind of how a lot of advertising and promotion, I think, really started to flourish. We talk about number 1, the radio. Relatively inexpensive yet very effective, can reach a lot of people. Radio advertisement is a great way to reach local customers and inform them about your business and products. So the thing about radio, not as many folks listen to it anymore because of the auxiliary cord. Let's just be honest. But in its heyday and in its time, radio was a great way to reach out to a lot of folks. I don't know if it is what it used to be, unfortunately. So the best day to run a radio ad is from Wednesday to Sunday. I would probably agree with that. Most of us are going to be out in our cars during those times. Monday, Tuesday, maybe not as much. Sunday, understandable. Monday, Tuesday, beginning of the week. So next one, number 2, television. If you want your advertisement to reach customers in regional or national levels, television is the way to go. Yes, although it can be more costly than the other options. And we'll talk about the third one here in a second. But television is expensive. And even for the money that it's worth, we talk about the most recent thing that happened here, that's the Super Bowl, being a very, very, very expensive event, and the single most expensive event that I know of, and most people can know of, to advertise on. All right, to run your TV spot, your TV commercial on the Super Bowl is the single highest expensive advertising method of commercial that there is. Now, this, my friends, has also kind of fell by the wayside a little bit because of social media. Not as many people are watching television, so not as many commercials are being seen, hence the Super Bowl with all the eyes on it. The third that we talk about radio and television, the third one being print. So print advertisement can be distributed via direct mail or printed materials, which include newspapers, flyers, and trade and consumer magazines. Okay, so all those things we're going to print up on. Send letters, contests, fact sheets, brochures, and coupons to current or potential customers across the whole country. Print advertisements let people know what, where. So we're going to talk about print as being the other historic big three of what advertising used to look like. And again, that's changed a lot. And with print, we're going to talk about several things. So print advertisement can be distributed via direct mail. We're going to come back to that direct aspect here in a little bit, or printed materials, which include newspapers, flyers, and trade and consumer magazines. You can also send letters, contests, fact sheets, brochures, and coupons to current or potential customers across the whole country. Print advertisements let people know what, where, when, and why they should buy your product. You can put a lot of information on something that you're sending out. And you can send it out as general, and that's kind of what we're looking at here when we talk about sending out letters of more just generalized things that say to the current resident, or I think we've all maybe hopefully seen one of those in the mail to head of household or whoever lives there. But it used to be that newspaper was a big way that people would advertise because people were historically reading a lot of newspaper. And I think that has changed a lot. And those are the big three that have been affected: print, television, and radio.